What's going on YouTube? It's Zyplo here, and in today's video I'll be going over the top 5 game modes you should be playing to level up your battle pass in Cold War the fastest. Now before I get started, the way I'll be doing this video is starting from the 5th game mode on the list, making my way up to the best game mode you should play to level up your battle pass the fastest. For each game mode that I talk about, I'll be giving you evidence and going into detail as to why these game modes are on the top 5 list and how these game modes really do make it possible to get those tiers in the battle pass quickly. So if you just want to skip ahead to a certain game mode, or you just want to immediately know the best game mode to play, I'll be putting timestamps in the description below so that you guys can see that. Lastly, I just want to say thank you to all the people who have been supporting me so far, and I appreciate all the support I've been getting. My last video like 2 days ago has been really doing good, and it was my first video back, if you didn't know, after like 3 or 4 years of not posting any content. So I really do appreciate it. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video today. It took me a while just to get this video together because I had to play every single game mode just to get the data that I needed. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like and subscribe. And you can even leave a comment if you want. I read every single comment. And yeah, enjoy the video. Starting at number 5, we have Gunfight. If you didn't know, Gunfight is a new mode in Cold War that just came out this season. It comes from Modern Warfare. It's Cold War's version, but it's pretty much the same. The main goal is to either kill all players on an enemy team, capture the flag in overtime if one player from each team is still alive, or have the most amount of health if time runs out. Now the reason why I have Gunfight at number 5 is because compared to other game modes like regular, hardpoint, or domination for example, Gunfight matches go by way faster for the most part. Even if you have a round 11 match that goes the distance, it still generates the same amount of battle pass XP for what you'd get playing hardpoint or dom at a much quicker time. At number 4, we have everyone's favorite, the Nuketown 24/7 playlist. Although this playlist might be one of the best for farming regular in-game XP for leveling up, that is not the case when it comes to the battle pass XP that you get. It honestly does about the same amount of battle pass XP as playing one match of Gunfight, and that's crazy to think. The only reason why I put this higher on this list is because some Nuketown matches can go by fast. For example, Team Deathmatch. Some matches for Team Deathmatch can last like 5 minutes sometimes. Also with hardpoint, you know, if you're capturing the point the whole game, the matches can go by really quickly. Also, this game mode is obviously way more fun than Gunfight. I mean, it isn't round based and you just jump in, you know, get kills, and in my opinion that's just way more fun. Everyone likes that. It's more chaotic. And lastly, I was even surprised that the Nuketown playlist wasn't even in the top 3 when it came to the data of which game mode leveled up your battle pass the fastest. But as you could see here, even when I went 91 and 28 in this match of Nuketown domination, my battle pass barely leveled up. It was like 1/4 of a tier from the battle pass that it went up. Even though it shows right here that, you know, like I leveled up a battle pass tier, it was only because I was close already, you know? So it barely even leveled up anything. But I would still take Nuketown over Gunfight any day. At number 3, we have Call of Duty Warzone's newest game mode, Rebirth Island. This game mode came out with Season 1 for Cold War. If you didn't know, it's basically just a remake of Alcatraz from Black Ops 4. And it's a really new, fun game mode that you could play. It's basically like the Nuketown of Warzone, and it does reward you with more Battle Pass XP, which is why it is in the top 3. It does more, at least, than the last 2 games that I talked about, which was Nuketown and Gunfight. It's basically, the matches average usually like 15 minutes or so, so it's basically like playing a domination match that goes the distance. So sometimes it may feel like a grind, but at the end of the day it's worth it because it only takes like 3 to 4 matches to get 1 tier level, usually 3. But yeah, when you play Rebirth, it usually takes that long compared to like playing Nuketown and Gunfight, which takes usually like 4 to 5 matches, usually 5 though. Which is why it takes longer than this game mode. And on top of all that, I mean, this game mode is action packed. I mean, especially when you're playing with friends, you know, it's fun. So grinding, like, you know, through this game mode won't really be that hard. At the number 2 spot for the top game modes to level up your battle pass the fastest, we have Combined Arms. Combined Arms, if you don't know, is one of Treyarch's newest game modes in Cold War. It's basically like a smaller version of Ground War, having 24 people in each lobby instead of 64. There's vehicles, you know, there's different objectives, there's score streaks, all that good stuff. You can play 3 different types of these combined arm game modes, which are basically domination, hardpoint, and their newest one, assault. I recommend just sticking with the hardpoint and domination versions just because they felt like easier to get more kills, and they felt way more fun to play than Assault. Assault ideally like sounds like a good game mode, the way it's set up, but for some reason, like every time I played that game mode, everyone was just camping like crazy, and it was just boring to me to play personally, and I wasn't really enjoying it. But if you're into Assault, I mean, I'm pretty sure Assault gives you the same amount of, you know, Battle Pass XP as Domination or Hardpoint for combined arms. And yeah, combined arm matches, they usually last like 10 to 13 minutes on average. I had a match that lasted like 10 minutes and it went by fast, and I got a bunch of Battle Pass XP for it. But I mean, I did do really good in that game, and actually it was this game that I'm showing right now. And the best part about this game mode, like I said, is just that for some reason this game mode seems to be giving me way more Battle Pass XP than other game modes that I showed you so far. That's why it's in the number 2 spot. And it just felt like it was taking me like 2 to 3 matches just for one tier in the Battle Pass, like when I was playing this game mode. And obviously depending on how I performed, and it just felt like one of the fastest methods that I've seen so far. And honestly, I was just going off this game. Like you can see it right here, I was on basically almost like a 21 streak. And yeah, as you can see, after the game I was surprisingly able to get so much XP for the Battle Pass, making it seem like, you know, obviously one more game and I would have gotten another tier. And finally, the number 1 game mode you should be playing to level up your Battle Pass the fastest is surprisingly another one of Cold War's newest game modes, Fireteam Dirty Bomb. Now everyone knows this game mode is really good for regular XP and even better when it comes to leveling up your weapons, but it also is really good for leveling up your Battle Pass the fastest. Some of the games I played would literally give me half of one tier depending on how good I performed in the game. Fireteam Dirty Bomb can sometimes feel like the lobbies take or last forever, but they really don't. Like in all honesty, some matches can last from 11 minutes to like 14 minutes, which is not that bad compared to like other game modes like combined arms, for example. And if you didn't know, Fireteam Dirty Bomb is a large-scale objective game mode where you get to drop in with your own custom loadouts, which is cool because you get to level up the weapons that you want. There's score streaks that you can find in crates, vehicles of course, and many different bomb locations around the map. It's basically like the Black Ops Cold War version of Warzone, but with objectives and free loadouts. There are 10 teams of 4 in this game mode with only a score limit of 500, meaning there's no time limit. So sometimes games can feel like they last forever, but normally on average, at least for me, they last like 14 to 60 minutes long, which is not bad. And in my personal opinion, I like when the games last longer anyways because I love staying in the action. And I also recommend not playing objective in this game mode since there is no real incentive to, since you get more score for being on kill streaks anyways with your weapon. But if you care about your stats, specifically like your win-loss for example, then don't just play for kills because then your win-loss will go down for not playing the objective. This game mode, in my opinion, is really fun to play when you're going for kills and when you're playing with friends, of course. And yeah, if you want to level up your Battle Pass the fastest and get those weapon blueprints and all that extra stuff that the Battle Pass comes with, then just stick to Fireteam.